after the next couple of Avenger movies, I think they're playing everything really close to the chest right now because they canceled a few TV shows. Well,
how do you talk about Nova and then cancel Nova? Like they talking about casting of Nova and then just cancel it.
Especially considering how much traction it seemed to be getting.
Yeah.
Like it was about to get off the ground. They were talking about casting. Yeah. They had a showrunner. You know.
They had a showrunner.
And then all of a sudden it's just dead in the freaking water.
Yeah, it was so weird the way it happened. I didn't understand.
It's not dead because they just said they're putting a pause on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they're saying they're just putting a pause. So it's not like saying like it's gone. You know, but I think that I think they're going to try to figure out, the Russo brothers are going to try to figure out what's the game plan after Secret Wars. And obviously it's going to be X-Men is going to be the main thing. So it's going to be everything revolving around that. And then they're not in charge, but they're like the head creative minds for whatever is going to happen with the X-Men, you know. So yeah. I'm not too upset. I mean, I really didn't care. Besides, I wanted Nova. I wanted that for sure. I really didn't care about the Terror, whatever, and I really didn't care about the Strange Academy or Voodoo Academy, whatever the hell they're calling it.
Well, Strange Academy. I've been really trying to read up on a lot of this stuff. I have like maybe 6 of the Strange Academy books, so I've been literally filling out, trying to figure out all this stuff,
catching up.
Thinking that's something that we had to know, and now I know I could put it to the side and not revisit it for about another year or so. So I'll go back to my other books.
Yeah. Also, like from what I understand, it wasn't even going to be like Doctor Strange. It was going to be Wong was going to be the main like headmaster.
Yep.
You know, so I was like, okay, you know. So I don't know. I'm not against it, but I really wasn't.
No one's going to be invested in that. Yeah.
So I'm the Nova. I hope that still does happen because I think Nova's a cool character. You know,
especially with Henry Cavill being there. That Henry Cavill would have been amazing as Nova.
If that
was going to be happening, that would have been awesome.
I agree. I agree. But yeah, I mean, just the soft reboot of the Spider-Man talk, plus everything else being canceled, the TV show wise, at least, and us not getting any major announcements after Secret Wars. Like we know Blade is going to happen at some point, but I feel like even that got affected by everything kind of up in the air after the Secret Wars, like. Do you see that as a bad thing or as a good thing though? Like we don't know what's going to happen in the MCU after Secret Wars. There's always been like a list of movies and stuff that we have. Like after Secret Wars, we have ideas of what we know we're getting, but we have no game plan. There's no schedule. There's no giant timeline on the big screen that we're seeing.
But wasn't that the same as Endgame? Come up to Endgame, you really didn't have any of these movies.
Yeah,
behind.
I mean, after Endgame, you had Spider-Man. That was it.
Yeah, I think that was as far as their
I think Spider-Man was the only one that was the epilogue.
After that, they just were kind of throwing stuff at the wall to see what stuck.
They didn't have a plan, right? We no longer had that weren't in the same thing. We didn't know what the storyline we were going after. We thought we were going to have, Chadwick Boseman is Black Panther. We're going to have a T'Challa. We thought a lot of other things. So, they have been kind of in limbo for a while now. So, I don't think they should try to make plans right now until they know how they're going to go forward. What are they going to do?
Agree.
Like the idea of Black Panther 3 is going to be a very important movie going forward. How do they use that? Especially since that's supposed to be after all this, after we get Endgame and Secret Wars and all that stuff, That's all gonna, but that's gonna be the only movie that we really know. And you're gonna get a Doctor Strange movie somewhere in there too. You're gonna get a Shang-Chi somewhere in there too. You just don't know what you're gonna do with these characters until you figure it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah. I mean, that's all we got.
Yeah, we should have had something on a Shang-Chi sequel.
Should be the longest tangent. No, that's our recast tangents.
That's how we always are.
Black Panther 3 and Baku Forever. Stop.
Yeah, no, I'll burn the whole studio down. Literally, I wouldn't even have a mask on. I want them to know it was me.
It was me. Delta Dan saying soft reboot / Moon Saga is after Secret Wars, right?
Yeah.
That's the rumor. That's the rumor is we're gonna get the soft reboot and then Secret or the Mutant Saga. I know for sure we're getting the Mutant Saga, but we don't have any details about it, and that's what I'm kind of saying is like after Secret Wars, like you said, like we're getting Shang-Chi, we're getting, possibly Eternals, we're getting a Blade, but that's it, man. We just have these like things that we're getting. We don't know anything,
That Blade movie,
I agree. Yeah.
That Blade movie will never see the light of day.
I think it will at this point. I think there's going to be enough of us people saying, why are we taking so long on Blade? Why are you not giving its proper, focus? And it's going to have to happen.
Yeah, but I think
20 years later.
Yeah, that's why I think Mahershala is going to step down because it's going to happen after everything. So you're talking about like in 5 years, like I'm not even exaggerating. I'm like it's probably going to be like in 5 years.
I think they're going to film. I think they'll start filming it at the end of this year. Have it cut, probably done filming, middle of 2026.
You don't think it's gonna get delayed?
I think they'll do it just because Mahershala wants to prove a point. They're going to prove a point. They're going to start filming 2025. They're going to finish middle of 2026. Everything will come out 2027. The November 2027 will be Blade.
I see. I mean, that's not bad, but especially if you want to tie it into what's going on, it's not a bad way to introduce maybe the next saga is with Blade.
Mm-hmm.
It could be the start of the new saga. I could see that. I could see that. But yeah. I just don't think it's that big of an issue of these shows getting canceled. Like that's fine. Sometimes you gotta clean house a little bit. I mean, besides that, besides Nova finding a showrunner, no one else was attached to any of the projects, right?
No, not officially.
Yeah. It was just the showrunner for Nova. Was that even official, or was that more like
they said Nova found a showrunner, so that's why I thought that was.
Because I remember.
Yeah, they had a showrunner.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So
it seemed like the wheels were in motion.
Yeah, which we might get that first, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I'm not too disappointed in losing some TV shows. I want them to figure out their stuff, figure out their game plan. The Russo brothers, on board with the mutants, so maybe Kevin Feige can focus on the Avenger side of the MCU. And then the Russos can get the mutant side going. So we'll see. Yeah, I kind of want to hear from you guys. I want to know what you guys think about these canceled shows because some people are losing their minds.
That's a big deal.
Nova sucks. Yeah,
it's just Strange Academy is interesting, but I mean, it just could have been somewhere you're going to go with Avengers after we in the Mutant Saga. You may focus on these new Avengers. Somehow. Yeah,
I could have done without Strange Academy could have gone either way. I would have been fine with or without it.
Yeah. Yeah. Nova was going to be a cool one.
Yeah, Nova, and it seems like it's around the right time for Nova too.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
we set so much of that world up already too. With the Nova Corps and all that,
and then left it.